Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another season of Capital City Sports. I'm your host, Jack Taylor, and this week there wasn't a whole lot of sports, but there was a whole lot of action. To start off, women's soccer took down Wake Forest to get their 5th win of the season. Sylvia Ramirez was out at Stone Stadium to get all the highlights from the 2-0 win against the Deacons.
Thanks, Jack. Following their victory this past weekend over Purdue, the Gamecocks host Wake Forest Demon Deacons at Stone Stadium.
The Gamecocks came out ready to win, but it wasn't until the 33rd minute that Jalissa Harris scored off of a penalty kick, putting USC on the scoreboard 1-0. USC with a shot on goal, but blocked by Wake Forest goalie. Both goalkeepers defended their nets well. At halftime, the Gamecocks led the scoreboard 1-0. At the 62nd minute, Alexa Barr got a fast break off of a pass that led to another goal. The Gamecocks continue to lead the scoreboard 2-0. After today's victory, the Gamecocks are now 5-0 at home after defeating Wake Forest.
South Carolina will be back at home this Sunday to host Coastal Carolina University. For Capital City Sports, I'm Sylvia Ramirez. Back at you, Jack.
At Willie B, the number 24 Gamecocks took on the number 3 Georgia Bulldogs in one of their most important games of the season. Let's send it to Matt Mumbaka in the studio, who'll break down everything that happened in this pivotal matchup.
Thanks, Jack. Williams-Brice Stadium was rocking in a highly anticipated matchup between the Georgia Bulldogs and the South Carolina Gamecocks. But on the opening drive, Jake Bentley's pass got tipped and taken to the house for a pick six. Bulldogs went up 7-0 early. And then they got the ground game going as well, as this DeAndre Swift touchdown put them up 14-0. The Gamecocks fought hard in a comeback effort, but only came within a touchdown. And it was Rodrigo Blankenship's field goal before the half that really separated the Bulldogs from the Gamecocks. And in the second half, the Bulldogs rolled all over the Gamecocks, opening it up with a final score of 41-17. The Gamecocks will be back at Williams-Brice hosting Marshall at 7:30 next Saturday. Jack, back to you.
And finally, women's soccer took on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers as they look to remain undefeated on the season. Let's go to Lawrence Thompson for all the stats.
Thanks, Jack. We're here at Stone Stadium where the Gamecocks look to add another win to their resume as they take on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. After a pretty slow start to the match, the Gamecocks were able to strike before the half as Ryan Garris was able to put it in the back of the net at the 42nd minute. Shortly after, Jalissa Harris scored her 3rd goal of the season off of a free kick at the 43rd minute. The Gamecocks scored the 3rd and final goal of the game after Lauren Chang comes up big with a right-footed finish from straight on. The Gamecocks were able to come up with their victory, scoring a season-high 3 goals and shutting out the Chanticleers. The Gamecocks were able to record their 6th win of the season. They will travel to Tennessee for their next game as they take on the Tennessee Volunteers. Back to you, Jack.
And that's all we have for you this week in the studio. Tune in next week for our special coverage of a primetime matchup against Marshall. For Capital City Sports, I'm Jack Taylor.